Let's go to that same statement. I proceed, Honorable Seskubo.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. I didn't intend to stand when a sad statement was going to be made, but I'm rising under your communication. Right Honorable Speaker, I rise to express concern that whereas we submitted a motion to your office on the 5th of August, and right now it is 13th August, we expected under our rules of procedure, Rule 110, by this time to have issued a notice to members of parliament so that we know when this matter is coming up for debate, and knowing that the days are flying by, we thought we would be prepared, Right Honorable Speaker, so that even those members not around Kampala can be notified about that sitting, special sitting to discuss, to debate the motion of the censure of the 4 commissioners of parliament. And we are seeing in the media hype that a particular court has sat, and we are saying, and we are going on record, it has not erased off our motion. It is still standing. Our prayers are different from those raised in the ruling, and therefore it cannot be affected by the court ruling. Mr. Speaker, sir, may we know as petitioners when a notice is due to be issued so that we can prepare accordingly for that debate. I thank you.
We'll refer to Rule 110, and that's Rule 110.5 gives the presiding officer 14 days. We don't need to put a public announcement that the members come from wherever you are. Every sitting is important here. Every sitting of parliament is critical. A member should be here all the time. So we don't need to be putting a special announcement that we are informing you in advance. Leave up country, come from wherever you are. Those who have not been attending, come and attend, because this time we have a motion. No. That would be wrong. So we have 14 days as per 110, sub-rule 5 of our rules of procedure, and you are still within time, and you wait, the communication is coming on every switch. Thank you. Thank you. Why don't we get this critical statement on Kiteezi? It's a sad day.
It's a quick one. The matter of urgent public importance of the Kiteezi landfill disaster. Our line minister of Kampala Capital City Authority has a statement, a similar statement. I would implore your chair to allow both statements to be tabled so that we comprehensively debate.
Yeah, but and your minister came to my office as I was going out, and I agreed with him that for him, yes, for him to make his views. So let's go to the statement.
Statement on Kiteezi landfill.
It's a substantive statement on its own on the order paper. So,
thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, Kiteezi landfill is located 13 kilometers north of Kampala City.
Yes, Honorable Minister, is the statement uploaded?
Yes, I submitted it.
Okay. Clerk, ensure you display it on the screen.
Right Honorable Speaker, Kiteezi landfill is located 13 kilometers north of Kampala City Central in Kasangati Town Council, Wakiso District. It is primarily waste disposal site for Uganda's capital and its surrounding areas since 1997. The landfill covers an area of 29 acres and receives 2,500 tons of waste daily, making it a critical component of Kampala's waste management system. Right Honorable Speaker, Kampala Capital City landfill at Kiteezi Village, Masoli Parish in Kasangati Town Council, Wakiso District, collapsed in the early morning hours of Saturday, August 10, 2024, affected villages including Lusanja, Chitetika, and Kiteezi. The number of bodies recovered so far are 23, as at 7 p.m. on Monday. Right Honorable Speaker and members, the number of displaced persons registered at the temporary shelter by OPM and Red Cross is 56 households so far. Those are members who are being accommodated at our temporary tents. The affected persons are estimated to be over 1,000 people from all the 3 affected villages. I had attached a map of the Kiteezi hazard and risk map. It's unfortunate I'm not seeing the statement being displayed up. The hazard risk map analysis, the map shown is of 2023 obtained from the United Nations satellite that provides satellite image analysis during the humanitarian emergencies related to the disasters, complex emergencies, and conflict situations. The map shows location of the landfill and its surroundings. The map shows directions of the flow of materials and indicates areas at risk and its elements. The area marked with red is current hazard and disaster zone. Right Honorable Speaker, we rescued 18 people, and excavators and 14 excavators are on site and 6 more are being mobilized to support the work. Personnel displayed Uganda Police Force, the personnel displayed Uganda Police Force, UPDF, Red Cross, OPM, Ministry of Works, Ministry of Health, and other non-government organizations. Right Honorable Speaker, we have 5 ambulances and emergency care services providers for the victims and persons at risk. We have security deployed by Uganda Police Force to protect the people. Operations fuel committed from KCCA, from UPDF, from Office of the Prime Minister, Ministry of Works, and the Uganda Police. The humanitarian assistance. OPM provided relief food items to the people who have been...
Procedure, Honorable Seshkubo.
Right Honorable Speaker, and I thank the Honorable Minister for giving way. I'm rising basically on 2 issues under procedure. One, Right Honorable Speaker, the Honorable Minister is referring to the red lines, the boundaries, which we are not able to see, ending up talking to herself. Number 2, Right Honorable Speaker, ambit of Kampala Capital City Authority, not the general disaster the country might have. Kampala Capital City Authority was created with a ministry with a specialized function for the city, which shouldn't be mixed up. And that was the genesis of creation. And the Honorable Minister in charge is right seated here. And because of the unique aspect, that's how Kampala Capital City Authority was created. And now, once the minister herself is here, Right Honorable Speaker, who has the innate workings of be pointing fingers. So far, 23 bodies have been recovered. And now we are talking about 25, a calamity of such. The Honorable Minister proceeded right and government to continue handling this matter in the most casual manner, and also to shield away the responsible minister.
Thank you.
Who is always there, but she's now here. She's here to answer to this. And she's being kept in the background. Are we proceeding properly, Right Honorable Speaker?
Thank you. Earlier on, at the beginning, I said the Right Honorable Prime Minister called me in the morning, and the President and government have assigned the issue of Kiteezi generally, whereby the most important aspect as we talk of now has been the quick response of helping the people who have died, those who are distressed, those who are sick, before going on to the blame game of who didn't do what. The most important aspect has been to save whatever we can. Okay? And the Prime Minister is the coordinator of all ministers. So the Prime Minister, in fact, we discussed that same issue on Ebasechku. We discussed me and her in detail. And she said, no, both I'll come myself. Then at the last minute she called me. She's still holding to help on this same issue. Then she said, I have assigned my Minister for Disaster to present on my behalf. But the Minister for KCCA will be in, can hand on some critical information, she'll be given an opportunity. Very well, Honorable colleagues. Honorable Minister.
Thank you very much,
Right
Honorable Speaker. Right, Honorable Speaker, I was on the humanitarian assistance that mentioned that Office of the Prime Minister provided relief food items, 40 tons of maize flour, 20 tons of beans, and 250 taplings. Uganda Red Cross Society provided non-food items, which includes blankets, saucepans, plates, taplings, and other items. Energy-saving stoves and also the solar lights to support the victims. The Right Honorable Prime Minister visited the site and provided 200,000 shillings to each individual, 54 beneficiaries who are currently in emergency shelter. The President provided 5 million shillings to each household that lost a person and 1 million shillings per injured person. Mortuary services and care is being handled by government, and the service is free of charge. No one is being charged for it. Owino traders under KCCA donated food and non-food items, sacks of clothes, bags, shoes, sanitary towels, matoke, and the rest. Preventive and mitigative measures, Right Honorable Speaker. To fast-track opening up of another landfill in landfill site in Menvu, Nansana, and in other areas which have been identified. This is still a process. A radius of 200 meters to be preserved as a buffer zone to avoid reoccurrence of the disaster, as the field has already been identified as having some cracks. So as a measure to avoid a similar incident from affecting the people, we have gazetted an area of 200 meters. The flattering of the garbage hill to stabilize the landfill is ongoing, and I speak to you now, Right Honorable Speaker. The engineers and a team from KCCA is already on ground handling that. The short-term requirements, Right Honorable Speaker, recovery efforts are ongoing. We are working day and night to ensure that we recover the bodies. A comprehensive assessment of persons displaced and affected is ongoing. Mapping and registration of households at risk of relocation as per the President's directive. Coordination of humanitarian partners agencies are also ongoing and being managed under Office of the Prime Minister. Urgent negotiations on alternative waste disposal sites to mitigate the impending waste crisis. And the proposed sites have also been identified. A team was dispatched to go and ascertain the viability of the different sites that includes Menvu in Nansana, Wakiso District, Kiteezi, the 4 acres which is still in Kiteezi to be utilized, Ndungu, Mukono District, Nkumba, Chengera, Nabugabo, Abdil. Provide security for the persons at the settlement camp. Police and the military is stationed to provide security of the people who are settled in the camps. Right Honorable Speaker, medium and long-term requirements. Hazard risk and vulnerability mapping of Kiteezi landfill and its neighboring surroundings. Relocation of mapped households at risk to safer areas, to relocate them from where they are to safer areas. Valuation and compensation of households where homes were demolished for search, rescue, and recovery operations. Expeditions of alternative waste collective sites and decommissioning of Kiteezi landslide. When we had quite a number of meetings, we all agreed that we will have to look at alternatives to decommission the Kiteezi landslide. Challenges, Right Honourable Speaker, there's been a challenge on data collection because some of the people move from outside the area and they're coming in to have themselves registered among the beneficiaries. So a team from Red Cross and OPM is managing this to ascertain the right data so that we can support the right people. And claim bodies so far at the mortuary are 2, and they are all juvenile. We are waiting for the relatives of these people to claim the bodies. We have had a challenge while executing the duty because of rain and slippery terrain, and that lowered our speed. Claims by persons from distant places who are unknown. These are people who are not able to identify themselves as relatives of these people. So we'll have to take them through security investigations before we can ascertain the facts. Blocking of garbage trucks, yet Kampala generates over 2,500 tons. Right Honourable Speaker, the community from these alternative sites, some of the leaders have been mobilizing them not to accept deposits of this garbage. But Honourable Speaker, we know that Kampala and everyday homes are generating garbage and they have to be deposited so that we don't have another problem in the city. Right Honourable Speaker, children with unknown parents were also discovered, and I want to thank the Right Honourable Prime Minister because she took 3 of them and she's currently housing them at her residence. Local leaders from other dumping sites are stopping the garbage vehicles, and this calls for a political goodwill that we join hands to ensure that we don't again emerge with another challenge. Way forward, Right Honourable Speaker. Request for access to the contingency fund to get required resources for the emergency response. A meeting currently is being held, which is being chaired by the Right Honourable Prime Minister and the Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Gender, Ministry of Works and Transport to ascertain how best we can access funds to boost the operations. Reduce the fee decommissioning the dam sites. As I noted earlier, the security team, and together with the technical people are on site to ensure that we reduce the heap of the baggage so that we don't suffer a similar incident since we're still in a rainy season. To procure an incinerator and adopt modern methods of garbage management. Evacuate operators working. We are looking at having shifts that are more effective. That is at least 3 shifts. Another shift works 6 hours and even in the night. And I want to thank Kiteezi for coming in with the manpower and also providing light to work at night. Right Honourable Speaker, we have 32 acres of land that has been identified at Menvu. 4 acres in Kiteezi, 14 in Nkumba, some of which is not suitable as alternative landfill sites, but they are under investigation and we'll wait for a report from KCCA because we were tasked to work together with them. Privately owned sites like in Chengera, Nabugabo, Abdil are also options we are looking at. Not yet conclusive, but those are discussions we are looking at. I, at this point, would like to thank the President for his intervention of supporting the affected families with the 5 million shillings and injured victims with 1 million shillings. I also want to thank the UPDF for being on ground and supporting the work, Uganda Police Force, Uganda Red Cross Society. Particularly, I also want to thank the local community, and they were shift enough to support the action and were able to rescue people. But also, I want to thank the local leaders, including the Lord Mayor himself. I want to thank them. We work together and we still continue to work together. Finally, and working very hard to finding bottom solutions to waste management through alternatives like modern garbage management through incineration and recycling, but also generating power out of the waste. But this can only be achieved when the members of the public also appreciate that garbage should not all be mixed. We don't mix broken bottles with plastics, and we don't mix them with banana peels. This is an area that we'll have to look at in future in order to handle issues of garbage disposal. I thank you.